Hello, welcome to Natasha Makes. It is, I want to say Monday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
She don't know what day it is.
Could be any day of the week, month or year. But hello and welcome. It is Textile Tuesday. Of course it's Textile Tuesday. We have fabulous textiles for you because it is said fabulous Textile Tuesday. Gemma is in the corner.
It's November.
It's November.
November. Actual November.
I know.
It's Christmas next month.
Stop it. Stop it immediately.
I need to make presents, Tash. Help me.
I will. So today I am doing that very thing of helping you make presents for those that, well, I was going to say your loved ones. You're not going to go giving presents to those people that you dislike, are you? Well, maybe you are. I don't know.
Sometimes it's necessary.
Really? Anyway, we know that you love a bit of Odile velvet, and we've only in the past sold it by the half metre, which, you know, feedback has been, it's been out of the price range for some people. So what we have done is, because we know that you love a kit, we have kitted you some ridiculously fabulous and beautiful Odile kits to make, and this is thanks to Kate and Brandon. Because they said to me, oh, you stock Odile's velvet, don't you? And I said, yes, we do. And they said, well, we made out of it, because you know how they love to knit. Mm-hmm. We made a knitting needle case.
Beautiful.
Now theirs is huge. And I did my research. On average, your average knitting needle does not go above 14 inches. I know they can go up to 24 inches. That's a big one.
That's a really big one.
But how many people seriously knit with like, seriously, 24 inches is this? One knitting needle, like who has? Is that just like Mr. Tickle?
It goes under the arm.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You can tell I don't knit, can't you? So, Kate and Brandon sent me, bless them, said, I've got to take that back when I see them next month. I thought we'll do one, which means you can fit everything up to and including a 14-incher.
Nice. Right,
but here's the thing, right? Not everybody knits. I think that's just been proved evident by myself. By the way, I'd just like to thank all the people that helped me in my knitting needle research. You know who you are. We have, of course, beautiful Lisa Chandler kiss clasps. So I use that for the base of my pattern. So these are different from Kate's one, but just look at it in the Odile velvet. Now, you have got a choice. You can either do it in the Odile velvet, no interfacing required, but it is very beautifully lined. And look, just to prove the point, Gemma, my knitting needles.
It's a firm velvet.
It is a firm velvet, which is why you do not need any extra interfacing. So let's have a look at these. For we have. Oh,
I'm going to drive.
Oh, are you driving? Is that why I can't do it? Point
and I shall press.
Oh, okay, go on then. So for those of you that do not knit, I've also done a version that stops, I'm going to say about there. So you can, if you want to pick up another clasp, pick up a penguin, you can make another one. Or you might want to save some of your velvet for something else and just do a smaller one, which, you know, could hold your glasses or something in.
Nice.
Or you might want to, you know, pick up another one and then do another smaller one. You have got enough velvet to do two. You would need another clasp.
Turning tools.
Your turning tools could go in, yeah, absolutely. They may well yet, Gemma.
And pens and things.
Pens and things. Oh yeah, you could. Oh yeah, if you could just have that as a little pencil case, couldn't you? For the things that I regularly forget and have to have sent.
Yes. Those.
Do you want to see the kits? I'm going to start with the velvet kits. I have only a handful of some of these because the velvet has been super popular. These are my velvet choices. Look, we've pre-packed everything. So how organised we are at the moment, you know. Look at this. So if you would like option number 1, then you will get a big old chunky monkey fat quarter. Now these are American size fat quarters. There we are. but these are your UK ones because, you know, it's what we always do. And then you have got in this, or I might have to take the old sticker off, Gem. Oh no, I can't. That's why it wasn't taken off, isn't it? You've got your light gold on there, which if I just show you, is that one. And we've chosen that because it goes so beautifully with your irises and with the blue. So as you can see, you would get 1, 2, and then you've still got plenty. Look, I've prepped my next one. So you can get both sizes out. That was important for me. You can get two makes. You just need another thingy, because I don't like to assume. I don't like to assume.
That way, then, isn't it?
Well, it is. I like a bit of value, me. Who doesn't, eh? So that is option number 1. Again, we've got, this is the one we have most of out of the velvets. The others, not so much. I love this velvet. This is, okay, this is a polyester velvet. So the other velvets that we stock, just the plain velvets, which actually, if you're doing a glasses case, might be nice on the inside. They are all, the plain velvets are all cotton velvets, so they can be pressed. This is a polyester velvet, which is why the colour is so incredibly vibrant. Please don't put your iron on the polyester, or it will be less vibrant. It's fair to say. Ask me how I know.
You make these mistakes so other people don't have to. Huh?
Always. So good of me. Isn't it?
It is.
It is. Now, if you wanted a slightly smaller version of this, I don't mean in terms of the size of what you're actually getting, because look, here it is. And by the way, I haven't included that in the sizes, so, you know, this is usable fabric, is the same size as the other one. I'm fair like that.
Very fair.
Because that would annoy me otherwise. Here you have got the bronze one. La 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 la. Doesn't that look lovely with that?
Beautiful.
Bronze, and then the sapphire to pick up those stems. If you haven't worked with Odil's velvet before, this is her firm velvet. This might be the first time that you've had a go. Have a go, because it's rather gorgeous. It really is beautiful. So do have a go, fill your boots, enjoy. This has been probably, apart from the velvet pencil cases that we did, this is, yeah, probably the most affordable kit.
Amazing.
Well, you know, we'd like to give it a go. See if we can keep you lot happy. Because it's one of those things. This is always the fabric that we flash at people and go, you know, just feel that. And they go, oh, feels amazing. And we go, yeah, it does, really does. And then, oh, Gemma, I don't know if I have a favourite. Am I allowed a favourite? I don't know if I have a favourite. I might have a favourite. I might have a favourite.
It is normally a blue option if it is a favourite for you.
I know, I can't help it. I mean, I'm cold-blooded or something, I don't
It
know.
was Emma that didn't like blue, wasn't it?
Yeah, lovely Emma. I had a drink with her last week.
Yeah, she's just not a fan of blue.
No, reds. She'd be all over the reds.
She would.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, no, we were completely different, even down to our taste in Revels. She's one of the only people that I can share a packet of Revels with, because we both like completely the opposite ones.
You
She
don't
gives
like
me...
the solid chocolate ones so much, do you?
I don't really get a look in, because they're the ones Freddie likes. Yeah, but no, she would have those. She'd also have the coffee ones, and I would have the toffee ones. It's a perfect relationship. Do you know what? Friendships have been formed on less.
So
Let me tell you.
So true.
And we've been friends since I was 19.
Oh,
You've known me longer, you poor thing. I know, nearly as long as you have. It's not that I can't make new friends. It's just that I quite like my old ones. If they ain't broke, don't fix them.
If they are broke, just ignore that.
Take them for
Carry on
gin.
anyway.
And then they'll be right as rain again. Isn't that the way it works?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Righty-ho. Now, we move on to The next lot, we've done all sorts of these velvets. Do you remember when we covered the IKEA boxes?
Gorgeous.
I loves those. Right. Do you know what? I'm really tempted to get one of those and cover them in Emily's room. Only, of course, hers is the only room in the house that doesn't have IKEA boxes, so I can't.
Oh.
I know. Would it be wrong to redesign her room just so that I could do that? I'd like to say...
You've just done that room.
I have just done that room. I'd like to say asking for a friend, but I'm clearly not. Now, this is organic cotton. It's beautiful. It feels... It's kind of halfway between quilting weight and lawn cotton. It's beautiful. It is organic. Absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning. You'll feel the difference when you get it. You'll be like, oh, that's rather special. It's very, very beautiful. You're getting a fat quarter of it. Then we put it. So Jane said, why don't you put it with gold, Tash? I went, well, I could, Jane. However, there happened to be a little bit of sapphire hanging around. Shall we show him, Jem? And I said, and I am going to put it with a light gold clasp.
Lovely.
And Jane went, yeah. It does make it pop a bit, doesn't it? Yeah. Now, because this doesn't have the body of the velvet, we've put in some H630, okay, in with these. So you've got that so that you can interface. This is a cotton. This is 100% organic cotton, so you are absolutely fine to use your iron with that. That is okay. You can do that. I'll let you. Yeah, I'll let you. Don't go back in easily. You got the face as well, didn't you?
I did. I changed the camera.
You see, normally you wouldn't see that because I wouldn't have changed the camera angle with me go.
But I'm driving.
Gemma and I had been friends for a very long time. Had been friends for a long, long time. However, I can't imagine why that suddenly came to an end. Abruptly. Oh, look, this is a...
Look.
I know. It's like Christmas. Oh. Now, with this one, you've got a gunmetal coloured one. I know. They are beautiful. I've got a couple of gunmetal ones left on their own. Look at that. Beautiful. Yes and yes, I think is all we need to say. This is, I want to say, some sort of twine flower in jaune.
Not jaune, it's
Yellow. It's in yellow, twine flower in yellow with sapphire.
nice.
We're not going to even attempt.
Sapphire.
That there Claire Angelina will be Natasha. Stop it. Stop it.
Sapphire plain is somewhat of a hero with the Odile fabric.
Joe really is at the minute.
Yeah,
I am all over that.
Goes well.
Goes happily. Oh, now have I put it with this one again as well? You notice a theme here. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah. Are you ready? What's it gonna be? What you
got?
Yay! I have got, so if you love this but you want it in a smaller pattern and you want it in cotton, not velvet, this is your butt monkey. That was a cross between monkey and badger. Monkey.
It came out as butt monkey, I'm not going to lie.
Did it really? Wow. Is that why you gave me a funny look?
I was like, what on earth is a butt monkey and what have you chosen now to introduce me to one? Not hurting you.
That's another good fun day out, isn't it? Gemma and Tash went in search of...
Sorry everybody, for anyone who's offended by the idea of a butt monkey, I'm not sure what one is.
Do you know what? Okay, this colour, right? and monkeys' butts. I'm just going there, right? My friend Anna and I went on holiday. We may or may not have consumed a few beverages on New Year's Eve and decided that what we should really do is go to South Africa.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So we booked.
Excellent.
And this was in the very, very early stages of the internet. Yep.
Dial up.
Dial up, that's it.
Yeah.
So we dialed up and we booked. And we thought we possibly had booked our first night. Cost us £5 to stay in the youth hostel with an ensuite at the bottom of Table Mountain. Yep, we stayed there a week. It was amazing. Had its own pool and everything at the bottom of Table Mountain. It was like no other youth hostel I'd ever seen. And an armed guard on the door. Felt safe, clearly. South Africa for you. Anyway, we then flew up to Botswana. And then we stayed just on the border of Botswana and Namibia. Did a bit of mooching around, otherwise known as safaris. And then we were listening to the news, and it was 2 weeks before the elections in Zimbabwe. They'd just thrown out all of the UK journalists. But we really wanted to go to Victoria Falls. We really wanted to see it. So we snuck in on the school bus over the border.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's nobody else there. It was amazing. So we saw Victoria Falls. I think a bit of political arrest is quite a good time to go and, be a tourist because there's nobody else there if you don't like crowds. So we went. Actually, we rode along the river on a couple of polo horses that we borrowed. And
random.
And then we went to Vic Falls. But Anna and I are not renowned for our geographical knowledge. So we're like, oh yeah, this is amazing. This is really nice, really nice. Went down one path, oh yes, lots of photos. This is back in the day when cameras, you had the little, yeah, got through a couple of them. Oh, this is fabulous. Wonder where this path goes. Go down this path, oh very nice. Look, there's the rest of Victoria Falls. We were really impressed with just one little bit that we'd seen. We're like, oh yes, that's lovely, really worth going on the trip. Wonder what's down here. The rest of it. So we put our bags down to take more photos. And we turn around and these monkeys with blue bottoms are rifling through our bags. We're like, they are blue butt monkeys. I don't know if that is their actual name, but it's a very long story to make it slightly
less embarrassing that you came out with butts. Yes,
and their butts were the colour of that.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, you.
Anyway, they went mainly through Anna's bag and ran off with half her stuff. It was great fun. No problem. So yeah, don't ever try travelling with me or Anna because we've travelled quite a lot actually together.
Actually, you got to have one back in future.
Yeah, no, we will. Yeah.
And for those who don't own one, Natasha made a fabulous waterproof bag.
Yeah, I did. That would do the job. That would have done it.
Let's make some of those.
Yeah, could have done.
Did we show this? Did we properly show it?
Yeah.
As we've just got distracted by the butt monkey.
Yeah, it was that, but smaller, and in
Not far away, just small. Champs-Élysées is what that one is. Yes.
You're good. Bit like Champs-Élysées, but not.
As in the iris.
The iris. The iris.
I think Claire Angelina will pop up and tell me.
Yeah, she'll tell us everything.
Terrible. In fact, she's always very kind and says it's good. I think she's just being nice.
Well, no, because she's not nice about mine. She's not nice about mine, which leads me to believe that she's just honest.
Oh,
and that's fine.
And that I am in fact some form of French genius or pronunciation genius.
I don't think she ever went that far.
All right. That's all right. She always tells me it is perfect. Yeah, I know. It's a curse. I can't help being brilliant. Anyway,
what have you started?
This fabric.
What have you started, Claire? We'll have words. This is Belle Époque something in yellow.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know, but you're just going to say something that sounds faintly French.
Vaguely French accent, so it will pass, I'm sure.
Well done. Anyway.
The Vendor of France. Sorry.
Possibly with marine.
Some
There
of
we
us
go.
haven't said the French equivalent of butt monkeys. Do you think we've said this word enough now to upset SJ?
SJ's going to be just swiveling her chair going, for goodness sakes, can you two just stop? Yeah, yeah. It won't just be her head, it'll be her whole body. Like, can you two just stop? Just stop. It's a pre-recorded show as well. You could have stopped at any point. You could have just started again.
Yeah.
But no, you just dug your heels in and went even further, didn't you?
We did.
Didn't you? You had to go there.
Ran with it.
Yep.
Nice tips, by the way.
As the monkeys did with all of Anna's stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way you sound from Dave's tangible legs. Can't even get that one back in.
I can't. And you know what? I'll be making a face as you go to a different
Made
shot.
you really cross, didn't it?
Huh?
Made you really cross.
I hate it. It's because it's been. Oh no. Has annoyed me.
The clasp was at the back and it was in the way. You just lay it on the top of it all the time.
You're the person that can put maps back together, aren't
Yes,
you?
absolutely. Yeah, or like if you try a shirt on, it puts the back in the packet because it's not right. I can fold it perfectly and get it in that packet. And you can
Can you get stuff back in boxes as well?
Yeah. All that is a skill.
I have other skills.
You do? Many.
I'll let you know what they are.
High up stuff for a start.
I think that's a
reach the high
skill.
up stuff.
That's
It
just
is.
that's just because I'm tall. Right, come on then, let's have a look at this. I love these ones.
They're not difficult to love.
No, Eventail in red. We've had Eventail in yellow, which I pronounce very badly in French, so I'm not going to. Rouge. I can manage rouge.
Rouge. Like that word. It's a good word.
Yeah.
You're supposed to roll the R though, aren't you? Go on.
Oh, rouge. I can roll a raw. There we go. That I love that, and we've put that with sangria. We tried yellow. We tried but we just went for sangria in the end because it was rich, and it was really rich then with your clasp as well.
Lovely.
Oh, I'm going to put another one in. That one's broken. I just
No
broke
way.
it. Yeah, I just broke it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Not so broken, my love.
No, I know.
But
I never have either.
no one's going to break it, do you?
Oh,
Other than
that'd be me. Oh well. No, we've been stuck in these for years.
Yeah, I know.
We've never managed to
See,
break
I've
anything.
broken one.
And I've put them through a bit, trying to sew them on.
Oh. You have actually.
I really have.
Loads
I'm
of
going to send that back to the supplier and go, oi.
And there are different sizes of these clasps, and they have different purposes. Different
Absolutely. Okay, so we've got, I know that we've got, and I'm trying to get some more, bronze and gunmetal.
Beautiful.
Lovely. And what else have we got? Oh, now the flower handbag frame. This is a Lisa Chandler pattern, and this is the frame that comes with it. Now, yeah, you've spied it, haven't you, Gemma?
I see it.
So, this is what it looks like made. Look, we've got some velvets left. We have made Odile bags. Just saying. Out of our velvets before.
We have.
We've done shows. They're listed on the site. I'm trying to get the M frames back.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Because they're rather lush.
They are.
They are. But that's the size. Now, let me show you what velvets we have left cut to order. If you wanted to go velvet like we did over there. So, this is a metre piece. Isn't it, Gem?
It is. Look at that panel. Wow.
I've made many bags and many things out of one of these. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. So, but I think I've only got about 2 meters of it left.
And the scrap. Did I say?
No, you don't. You use the scrap for everything.
Yes.
For everything.
Many beautiful things can be made. With
I have got, because I ran out of clasps, still some of this. So if you wanted to do something bigger to match, I've got this, and this is coming in the 1/2 metre. By the 1/2 metre.
Lovely.
All right. Ba, 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 ba. Brilliant for upholstery. Absolutely gorgeous for upholstery. Right, now this is the one that I made my M-frame bag out of. Again, by the metre.
It's downside up, but we can see it's beautiful. I love the kingfisher on this, and we saw that on the bag, didn't we? Wowzers trousers. And you've got some border in there as well.
This is my skill.
The border
Yep.
can be used
Yep.
for today's eating bag.
Could be.
Can it not? Will it be fake? Use a fake.
There you go, because you've got the pattern. Pattern is available individually should you wish. Now, if you want, we had some squiddly diddly end bits left over, bolt ends as they're otherwise known. And these are the end of the oh dear. And then once all of this is gone, we will reorder all of our new stuff. And that will be very exciting for all of us. Oh yes, it will. Go away.
So exciting that people are ringing to find out about it already.
I know, right? It's a hotline. Right, let's have a look at these. So I have got 43 centimetres of the Eventail left. I have got 62 centimetres of the Rouge. I did that rolling thing. Rouge. I have got 65 centimetres of the Iris there, which isn't the velvet and is the smaller one. I have got, a little bit more of this one.
Wine flower.
A squidge over a metre. Could you imagine a quilt backed in that? Bearing in mind, guys, that these are 56 inch, not 44.
They are wide.
They are wide because you can use them for dressmaking as well. Oh, that sounded very patronising, but you know what I mean. This is your mini bell.
Epoch.
Yeah. You've got 1.8 metres here. Oh, they just feel amazing. If I had a quilt backed in that, I'd be the happiest person in the world. Backed. Plus the fact that I've got this in blue as a lampshade in my sitting room.
Times two.
No, just the one.
Oh, just the one.
I just the one. Yeah, no, just the one.
Two.
Other little gifting ideas. This is the key to my studio, and we made it with one of these kits. You get the instructions with it. I've got the pink version, the peachy version, and I also have now this is the Tula pink one, which has got all the scissors and everything in it. You can make two, so you get two fobs. They're just nice little gifts, aren't they? Now we have, and they last and last and last. So we've had this now for, we've been here for over a year, haven't we? This gets used every day. Great, love it. So yeah, and these are just inexpensive little gifts, but they might be stocking fillers. Who knows? They come with the instructions. Hurrah! You're not having my keys. No, no.
Nice.
Shall we demo?
Yes.
Right.
Nice
So.
gift, nice gift.
Do you know, I don't know where I've put
Well,
it somewhere
for every
really
time you've
safe.
said that. You lost your cup of tea this time last week.
Oh, I did.
And everyone was looking for it. Where did I find it?
In the wardrobe.
In the wardrobe. Almost like I can read your mind.
You poor thing. You
I know.
poor thing. Look at me all organised with me bags.
Hey,
Now,
that.
here we go. So you have the choice. And the reason that I've done this one is because I took one of the kits to demo. So obviously I could make that one, and I had enough to make that one because I took one of the kits.
Yeah.
So if you just use that one, then you're making yourself either a little pencil case or a glasses case or just a nice little pouch. If you cut out the template for the second one, then you're going to matchy like so, and all of a sudden, voila, you have the knitting needle one.
Parfait.
Parfait, oui bon. If you have...
There we go.
Perfect, yes, good.
Excellent Frenching.
Thanks. It was so fluent, that's what took you by surprise, wasn't it? Yeah. Obviously, if you have longer knitting needles than 14 inches, you might want to add a bit on. just add a bit on. You've got space. It's all
You
good.
want an extra inch or two?
Who doesn't? Now, at the top of your template, can I please take your attention to these two little marks here? They are quite important. Please transfer these onto your fabrics, and you are going to go right sides together. This is such a quick, easy make. It's almost embarrassing.
We like a nice, quick, easy make.
We really do. We really do.
It's exciting.
I know. We're going to sew, bump, 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 leave a turning through gap, and then this is the outside, so you can go all the way through. Everybody wants me today, don't they?
They do.
They just keep on ringing.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, I'm busy.
Welcome to the world.
Well, I mean the sewing world, right?
Yes.
The sewing world. So from that mark, on your marks, get set, do a holding stitch.
Lovely.
If you want to clip your velvet or whatever, pin it, clip it, whatever. Oh, hang on a minute. Come on, threaded. Did I actually sew anything? Did I? I think I probably need a new needle on this. Let's see. Oh no, look, it's caught at the back. That's what's happened. Ah, there we go. Got itself all tangled, it did, Jem.
No, that's no good.
Nah.
You know when I said you got 2 of the Odile lampshades?
Yeah.
You said, no, I've only got 1 in my sitting room. You do have 2 of them, though, because the other one's here, look. It's here. I'll be able to show it in a minute. That lovely lampshade you made.
Oh,
you
yeah.
made a pair, just you've only got 1 in your sitting room now.
Oh, yeah.
The other one's here. I think everyone needs to see that in a minute. Very
Oh, it's rather lovely, yeah. Do you know what I did them for? Do you remember those lovely lamps we used to have on the show?
Yeah.
And they were, so I've got one set which, honestly, a bit naughty. I've got one set which are Philip Jacobs and one set which are Odile.
Yes.
And I interchanged them.
You do.
Dependent on my mood. Decadent, isn't it?
I've got 1 lampshade in here. I've just seen it looking at me.
Oh, I know that, yeah.
It's winking at me.
You know what it's got in the middle of it, don't you?
I can see.
Don't tell everyone.
Odile stash.
Shh. Shh.
I can see.
You know what that's part way through making, don't you?
Is that a boho hoop?
In velvet.
Yeah, velvet. Yeah. I thought so. It was winking.
I'm doing my turning through hole before I forget, and people have to shout at me.
They quit shouting, she won't hear you.
Plus, the comments come through so late. It's always too late anyway, because there's a little bit of a delay, and I've carried on going. God, they're building, aren't they, Jem? And they're so noisy about it.
I'm not sure that anyone's commented that they can hear the builders.
I can.
Away.
I can. Offends me.
I mean, on the show, no.
No. Well, there we go. So, do you know what else you could make out of your leftover velvet? Some of our little scissor keeps. Could you imagine a nice little pair of velvet scissor keeps? Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. So, you are going to turn this one, your lining, through the right way. If you wanted to, like, you know, trim off your edges or anything like this, then you can. In it goes.
Well, this is exciting. Look at this.
I will just... Now, normally, when we mitre, we just go straight across there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But with velvet, it's thicker.
Yeah.
So you might just want to just...
Grade it in a bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
And plus, it's, you know, it's not a frayy fabric, so you're going to be all right with it. Tidying.
Very good.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't
I
it?
like to see it.
I'm always tidying. I do most of the washing up here, do you know? I do. I came in last week And I mopped all and hoovered all the floors and everything.
Did?
I'm a proper Mrs. Mop.
You were.
I know.
You've got your quilting clips on the go. I love my quilting clips.
Do love a good quilting clip. If you haven't got any, do grab some.
This seemed like a crime to go poking holes in the velvet.
Well, yeah.
It's so beautiful. You just want to stroke it.
Always. Always, always. Now, you...
Did you not want that one? Okay.
It's alive! Slippery little. Right, so we're going to go from there all the way round to there, from that start and stop place there, okay? And then we're going to sew all the way around that bit as well, and then we're going to turn it through, and that is basically it done. Diddly 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 undone.
Very exciting.
It's I mean, it is an incredibly quick, easy project. You know what else you could make with any leftovers? And that is you know the whatchamacallits that I did. No, well, yeah, you could do that. Yeah. You could do the triangle purse. But also, I was just thinking about the other glasses case with the flex frame.
Flex frame, easy sunglasses case. Yes,
they would be lovely, wouldn't they?
I do hardly think I've got the triangle purse for my change.
Yeah, all of that. Because that's the bits that you're going to have left over. Nothing goes to waste with these, especially if you get like a big half-metre piece.
It's two waste.
Well, every scrap counts. Or you could make... could you imagine doing a dog treat bag out of velvet?
That would be most definitely.
I know, it really would. For fine days or crafts only.
Beautiful.
You'd be the talk of the town. Right, we're going to turn through. Now, normally, when you do a curve like that, you'd be clipping with pinking shears. You don't have to with this. And normally you'd clip with pinking shears to ease the fabric through. But the thing is, I almost want a little bit of grip through there, because that's where it's going to go into my my frame.
Yeah. They're kiss clasp purse frames, are they not?
They are, all of that.
We're about to have a ta-da moment. Rabbit in the hat situation. Come on, rabbit.
There you go. Maybe I should have done a bigger turning through hole.
Every single time I make something, I think that.
I don't think I've got man hands.
I just think I leave the space too small because I'm trying to minimise
how much you're going to have to hand stitch. Yeah.
It's not that I hate hand stitching, I just want as big a sewn seam as possible, a machine sewn seam as possible.
It's nuts, isn't it, what we do to ourselves, really? So you will sew up that turning through gap. It's just really sweet, isn't it? And it's just the right size to get a nice bit of flower head there, and just gorgeous. So you'll sew up your turning through gap, ease those corners out, stuff that into there.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
Well, I mean, you know, if you like a little matchy, a set, rather gorgeous, and then you just want to ease out those edges through there, all through there. Grab yourself a needle and thread. Please use a polyester thread. It's not often that we say that, but for this I really, really would. Yeah. And I'm just going to borrow one of these because obviously I've left mine somewhere else.
So you're opening it?
Yes, without breaking it. That's good. And then you're just going to ease that in. Now, these. If you want, you can kind of open these out and then just sew one at a time. If you want to mark off the top and ease it in from there, then you can. But look, then they go in. When you open them out fully, then they go in. If you've got a little pokey tool to just ease that in, then do, but they do go in nice and easily. And if you just want to secure that, make sure it is kind of centered, you know, and just you'll jiggery pokery that around a little bit. Make sure it's exactly where you want it, and when it is exactly where you want it, because you'll center all of that and make sure that's exactly where you want it to be. You can either use drawing pins through the holes in or
I do remember you using drawing pins through the holes before, and you had like bits of
rubber. Yeah, bit of eraser.
Really clever. Yes, pencil rubber. Eraser.
But otherwise, you can just hold it with clothes pegs. Because these ones, you can't do that with these ones. It's these frames, because they've got the holes both sides.
Nice.
This is just a hole one side. So if you want to hold it in place with your pegs,
Yes.
then do. And then you're just going to sew round and hold that in place. And that will be that. Centre it. That's not quite centred. And there you go. That will be your make. That will match that one. Ta-da!
Beautiful.
So quick, easy makes. It's not always about being difficult, is it? No, 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 no,
Not
no.
always about being difficult.
You would say differently, I know.
It's a lovely make.
It is a lovely make, a really pretty make. There you go, that's its centre. Oh, that's beautiful.
And we do have the clasps separately as
We do.
well. So if you want to buy
Yeah,
more,
look at that. Don't they look good? I like it.
fabulous.
I'm going to switch it over. Look at that. Just really, really useful. See your glasses fitting all right in there.
Light up glasses.
My light up glasses,
You
yeah.
cleaned it yourself with them the other day.
I did, yeah. I quite like them now, especially early mornings. Can see what I'm doing. So yeah, that is today's show, ladies and gents. That is it. Because it's just beautiful, beautiful fabrics, little gifts, things that aren't going to break the bank, and then we can gift. And with what you have left over, why not try those folded triangle purses, things like that? They really are exquisite, made out of these. Really, really gorgeous. So have a go. Tell me what you think. And then as ever, our community makes page is there for you to share your makes, and we love it when you do so. We really, really do. Tomorrow, what is happening tomorrow? It's a Wednesday.
Jane, lovely Jane.
But is it Jane?
With the plain.
Oh yes, it's the subscription,
Not
isn't
plain
it?
Jane.
No, not plain Jane. It's our plains subscription tomorrow. So Jane has been working her Stitchy Witchy magic. So do join us tomorrow, 10 o'clock here, for Stitchy Witchy Wednesday with our plains subscription. We've only got one after this, and then you've got all of them.
It's crazy.
How fast has that
crazy
gone?
Talk.
I know, nuts.
Crazy talk.
Have a great rest of the day. Take care, stay safe. Bye bye.